The government shut down on October 1st, which was just barely 5 days ago, and many people expected the stock market to fall. But the reality has been very different. In fact, the stock market just reached new heights, and it went up over 1% in only 3 days. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because the government doesn't produce wealth. In fact, government subtract wealth from society. The wealth producer is businesses. When the federal government closes its doors, business continues. Workers show up to work, goods are produced, services are delivered, and consumers continue spending. Here is Senator John Kennedy explaining some of the wasteful spending demanded by the Democratic Party and why I think that the Republican Party should stand firm and not allow this waste to continue.
We found that under President Biden, they were spending $3 million for circumcisions and vasectomies in Zambia. We took that out. The Congresswoman says, we're going to shut down government till you put that back in. We found $500,000 of American taxpayer money for electric buses in Rwanda. We found $3.6 million for pastry cooking classes and dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti. I kid you not. I'm not making this up. It was in the budget under President Biden. We took it out. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez in the socialist wing, the loon wing of the Democratic Party, says we're going to shut down government until you put it back in. I'll just read you a few more that we took out. They are demanding we put back in. $6 million for media organizations for the Palestinians. $833,000 for transgender people in Nepal. $300,000 for a pride parade in Lesotho. $882,000 for social media mentorship in Serbia. $4.2 million. We took it out. The Congresswoman and the socialist wing of their party says we've got to put that back in for the open government. $4.2 million for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex people in the Western Balkans and Uganda. I could spend the rest of the afternoon here.
The government is a social construct that extracts wealth from the most productive members of society to redistribute it to the less productive, to those people who just spend their days smoking pot, getting drunk, consuming drugs, etc., or government employees who basically show up to collect a paycheck. Here is Joy Reid, a DEI hire who recently lost her job due to her low ratings. She's crying about how productive members of society could actually be better off with less government.
If you go back before the 20th century, there were no income taxes, there were no regulations on business. You could earn as much money as you want, leave 100% of it to your children with no taxes. Right. That's the world they want back.
Meanwhile, investors are rejoicing. That means everyone who has a 401k or who has money invested in index fund. The shutdown has reassured the markets that Washington won't interfere with the regular flow of business. Less government often means fewer new rules, less uncertainty, and more confidence. This government shutdown created by the Democratic Party could in fact be a positive thing for the Republican Party. President Trump could use this moment to trim down even more fat from the government. We have already seen cuts in agencies like the Department of Education, USAID, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, programs that consume billions of tax dollars with little measurable return. A leaner and more agile government could make the United States even richer and more competitive in the long run. So here's my question to you. If the stock market continues going up during a government shutdown, what does that really tell us about the role of government in our economy? Not much, I think. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. But before you go, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at alainguillot.com/newsletter so that you will never miss an episode. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.